Hello everyone, welcome to Fijian Investment Trader, known as Fijian Traders. This is Mr. Singh. Plug Power, ticker symbol PLUG. What a roller coaster week we had. The highs of $3.55 and the lows of $3.15, even though it broke out our $3.25 support level, came back, and we closed on Friday at $3.44. Why I am still bullish? Well, even we have some negative news came in, but on the technical side, we are holding really good, right? Not the price we are looking for it, but in terms of downtrend pattern, why it has started trading sideways, which investors should be happy about it, and we will discuss in the video. So don't go anywhere, we have a lot to cover. And first of all, I want to say thank you. There's a lot of people who's commenting down below, subscribing it, commenting down below, putting the thumbs up and notification. It means a lot to me. I really appreciate it. Keep it flowing, keep it going, and let's go. Market, as we know, market is closed on Friday. So we have a long 3-day weekend. Hope you guys having a wonderful 3-day weekend. So an article came out. Just want to share with you guys. Plug Power, a true leap of faith stock. Plug Power has seen a value of shares fall some of 95% since its the peak in February 2021. The company has seen a huge increase in production capacity in recent years, but profitability is a long way off. The management has faith their vision and which eventually to be realized, and insiders have held onto shares despite a significant business challenges. Leadership has plans radically to reduce the cash burn in 2024 and improve the margins. What's ahead of Plug Power is been delegated for shareholders in. So we knew about the $75 million the operating expense they needed to reduce on that, which the video that I covered on the last video. If you have not checked it out, go ahead and check it out. But they are making headways in terms of reducing their production cost, or you can say a manufacturing cost. And once they have kind of finalized that area, which they have been doing it slowly and slowly, you'll see some profitable or a less loss for Plug Power, which it will turn into a profitability for Plug and investors. And then you'll see a huge investors jumping into the ship again. But insiders holding the shares, it's a great news for investors like us. I want to cover this article, then I'll cover on the next one as well. So Plug Power faces a shareholder lawsuit over 2023 finances. Stock will continue to put through a winger as this year hydrogen fuel company faces a class action lawsuit, and also shareholders argue over misleading statement regarding the construction of its green hydrogen production plants. So this news I did cover it previously in my video, but it is one of the big negative news that Plug Power is facing, and it's very important to see how it's gonna, how it's gonna be head out, right? So the lawsuit was filed yesterday, which was on March 27th, accused of Plug Power for overstating its ability to aggravate its negative effects for supply constraints and material shortage, as well as accuracy of its cash burn and capital on hand. Plug already overstated that a short-term prospect of its hydrogen production and potential of expanding such operation. And additionally, argues the Plug Power to experience delays related to construction of its hybrid production facility and struggle to secure an external fund for its growth plan, which repeatedly been downplayed, and which it was discussed in the Q4 of 2023 when the results came out. And this is not common, right? This is very common for companies who are struggling, and you'll see a lawsuit do comes in when there's no profitable. But we'll gotta wait and see how important is this. According to the lawsuit, investors have learned the truth of the matter in November when I covered the video, and when the Plug announced its dismissal of third quarter of 2023 in the earnings Plug report. Plug notified investors of its current liquidity issues and expressed doubt of continuing forward with the hydrogen production. We are investigating whether the Plug may have deceived the investors about his sufficiency of his liquidity, said the Hagens Bremen partner Reed Catherine, lead firm's investigation. So I'm still doing my due diligence on that. I want to see how much this story has a lot of depth on it, because if is this true, the investors can file a lawsuit and could be the part of it, if the news were not correct, was Plug Power didn't provide the right information. So Plug has down up to 25% year to date. Even S&P 500 have nearly 11% on the same period. Investors have largely abandoned the Plug, with many analysts recommending selling as the stock companies continue to struggle with the funding and meeting the growth and expansion goal. And that is the biggest thing, right? Any stock that you want to invest on, the key things you want to be looking at is the company making profit? What is their growth level on that? What is their vision on that? How much cash liquidity is in the bank? Is it going to be a short-term growth, or is it a long-term growth? So there's a key things happens when you are investing on long-term. I'm a long-term investor as well as a day trader, and an option call trader as well. But the stocks that I do my videos is all for my long-term purposes. Plug is my long-term purposes, right? I did bought shares, sold it when it started dropping, did bought it, did sold it because I'm not keen holding it, but I bought it back again. And why did I bought it again? I'm going to talk about on the technical side, why did I did that, right? So let's go. Without further ado, we're going to jump in on the technical side. I know it's a long day weekend, so I appreciate you guys watching the video. So on the 5-day, clearly see that we rose all the way from 325 to all the way to highs of $3.50. And you can see that has been a nasty resistance to break. And I'll tell you why it is that. So that's a 5-day chart. Shifting the gear to the 1 month. The reason I didn't put any support level, a resistance level, because our support level, it is still at $3.05. You can clearly see that it became a support. And then the next one was $3.25, even though we kind of broke through that, but we jumped in right back up. And our pink line, which is my 200-day EMA address, right? EMA is sitting at $3.43. And the blue one, it is my 60-day, is sitting at $3.43. So they are tagging on top of each other. So we closed right above both of those, and that is a good news because we closed on Friday on top of those, and we are kind of trading after this downtrend from $4.33 to $3. We rose up, and now we're trading sideways. You see both those two moving average has been tagging along, and when we closed at $3.15, we didn't break. Guess what? It came all the way to $3.25. Now we're kind of trading sideways, and we want to see that, and we up and making trading sideways, even though our MACD had this it shows a more sell-off is coming, but RSI is becoming a neutral ground. On Friday, and I'm going to give you an update how we did on the order flow, right? And on Friday, buyers did step up because last 2 days on Tuesday and Wednesday, we had a big sell-off happen. And then on Friday, the buyers stepped in because it's a $3.25. It is a loading zone area where time and time has pushed that price up. So and that is one of the reasons that I have started investing back again, because I bought it right up here and went up here. When we started dropping, did solid lock profit, did load it up, then sold it up, and then I loaded back again because this is a loading zone area, and which I'm very excited about it. So you can clearly see that we have on the highs of $5.16. It's mine is $4.95. It's 98 cents. Is still as a resistance. But before that, and the reason I didn't put any resistance, because we got to break this pink line, right? This is my 200-day moving average. We're sitting at $5.51. It has been, and you can clearly see that on the week we couldn't break out the $5.50, 51 cents, because it is time and time got rejected. The reason is being because of this moving average, which is a massive resistance to break. And if we break that, then we'll make another higher highs, and the next one goes back to $4.36 and so forth. But then I will have my resistance level set up. But this nasty pink line, which is a 200-day EMA, is becoming a big nuisance to break. So we got to break that in terms of that. Looks like, even though it shows it's going to be testing back again, but you can clearly see that time and time we're getting rejected, and now we're sitting on the thin line back again. So very, very important to look at it is $3.51. We got a break. Shifting the gear to the 6 months, and it's sitting at $3.43. So, which is the pink line, and we did close that. So those are the good news that investors should be happy about it. But clearly it's still a downtrend. Why did I say it's a downtrend? Still, again, because it's not a confirmation of an uptrend, right? It is still a downtrend. You can clearly see that we've been trading into this channel so much, and we've been making higher highs, but we get rejected, and still a massive downtrend. In order to have a reversal, it's clearly, folks, we gotta break that $5. Once the $5 is broken, then it is a reversal for an uptrend pattern. And it is a long way to go, absolutely, because we are sitting at $3.44. But you can clearly see that we are struggling on that moving average because of the negative news, right? So the negative news doesn't even help anybody, and you can clearly see that from the time we had all the way. I'm gonna kind of make the chart a little bit easier for you guys to look at it. You can clearly see that we have struggled. We have struggled big time on these moving averages. But the biggest, my target still stays the same. It's going to be sitting at about $13, $10 and above, but $13 is my target, which I can clearly see that coming tested in the play. But the negative news like that, it does not help. It does not help in terms of that. And the lawsuit, it is definitely one of the negative characteristic that investors, if you're a bull, right? If you're a bear, then that is a news that you're looking for, but it is clear to see that. So nothing changes, folks. Resistance still stays the same. $3.51. We're going to break that. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful 3-day weekend. Please comment down below. What is your target on Plug Power? What do you see the Plug Power's concern? I really appreciate it. I do comment on your comments. So I really appreciate it. So thank you once again for watching it, and have a wonderful rest of the week. Thank you. And the weekend, sorry. Thank you.